put together this hub, entrepreneurship as a hub. God will bless them and bless all of us who will benefit in one way or the other, and ideas that will also come up as this program keeps rolling on that will assist everybody. Well, I want to start spiritually. I'm a very spiritual person. I like the things of God. The Bible says in Mark chapter 11 verse 24, therefore I say unto you, whatsoever thing you desire, I put in bracket, ask of. When you pray, believe that you have received them and you shall have them. Jesus was addressing people, and those people include you and I today. So there must be a desire for you to talk about entrepreneurship. And in this verse that is spiritual, you, me, and you were mentioned 5 good times. So the desire will have to come from you, then you will pray about it, and God says you will have it. Now, entrepreneurship. I think, according to Oxford Dictionary, he said, this is the activity, the program of putting activities or businesses up or taking a financial risk in the hope of a profit, creation, and extraction of value. This is viewed as a change agent. That's where I am today. I'm no longer comfortable. What do I need to do? You are thinking as an entrepreneur. You want to start something that will add value to you. You want to do something that will make you be known for. You want to add value and add to whatever your resources are currently. So we're talking about people who are no longer very comfortable at their comfortable zones and they want to dive into something. We'll talk about risk here. So you can't just sit home and you just have this thing, going on for you without an influence from you, a feeling from you, a passion, a desire, a willingness to go into the unfamiliar terrain and take a risk. And at the end of that risk, there is something to go home with. That's entrepreneurship. Being able to call yourself what you would like to be called. Thank you.
Okay, I just picked something there. Start something that will add value to your life.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, I want to find out from you, what actually is the meeting point between the entrepreneurship we just discussed now and that of skills acquisition?
Well, they are just beautiful twin brothers tied together. You can't be an entrepreneur without a skill. A skill is that thing you do with a passion. I'll give you an instance. Somebody could have studied zoology. That's taking care of animals. And he sees himself doing well in marketing. So he has to pick the skill now to be a good marketer. He's gone to school, he studied, he's had his first degree, maybe first class, and then he sees that, what am I doing in the zoo? I'm not happy with these animals. I am happy talking to human beings about a product. So he dives into, advertorial. And in advertisement, he goes to pick up that skill so he prepares himself. Between two of them, they don't go without each other. There is this feeling of becoming something, and you will go in to study, to learn, to acquire the knowledge suitable to make you that person in that industry. I must have to tell you that every profession has some secrets, including serving God, including recognizing. I just can't go and buy a pumping machine and say, bring your vehicle. I'm surely going to blow up your tire because I don't know the measurement, I don't know the rudiment. So for an entrepreneur, you are a skilled person in that chosen profession. But let me also inform, many people are multidimensional. Many people are given, they have several talents, they have several skills. You just see them doing many things and doing them very good, while some are idling away. This program is aimed at our youth. I hope you know we have a target audience, the youth. And we that are aged, we have the youthful thinking. I call this group that where I belong, the youthful old. You bring in your mistakes as a youth you have passed through. You don't want the current youth to go through that same mistake. So your youthful feeling for them will make you to point out and tell them, oh, there's a ditch here, you get in there, you get into this, will be the end of you. So they are drawing from your very bad experience, making sure they don't get in there, and they're enjoying the good ones you did well. So we, in this system, we have to develop a system that will work out for you, where you draw from the experience of the age, and then you encourage the youth, because there is no us without the youth. And if our youth, they are not prepared for tomorrow, that future becomes so gloomy. So here we're talking about a youth becoming an entrepreneur. There are many aspects of it. There are many skills. There are many things that God created that people can pick up, and they become gurus in them, and they come out happy. And to also inform you. Many people are not happy doing what they're doing today. I tell you, right? Because there is no job satisfaction. He said, Felix used to say something down those days in the September. He said, if people come to work and they don't come to work, they are paid and they are happy. How about that thing called job satisfaction? That one is not monetary. Monetary is the money you have to spend to buy to keep yourself going. Then the satisfaction is the contentment. That it makes your inner man to be happy. Oh, I'm glad I am doing this. I'm so happy. So that comes in for an entrepreneur. What you want to pick, you must have to have a contentment. You must have to have a satisfaction. You must have to look forward to that inner satisfaction. When you have that, the physical cash and money will come. I hope I'm tying them together. It mustn't flow the way you define these questions. But just allow us, carry on like this. So there must be this awareness that yes, I'm happy where I am, but I want to be happier. Of course, the good cannot be compared to the better, and the better can go for the best. So we keep pushing on forward. The Bible says you keep shining to the glorious day. You are not just at the end of it. You're just in the business of moving and moving. So what is it that will make you have that contentment, that will make you have that happiness? You now go for it. Then you develop as an entrepreneur.
That skills acquisition and that of entrepreneurship are kind of interwoven.
They are.
Could you say that?
Yeah.
So are you trying to say that it's impossible for one to become an entrepreneur without acquiring a skill?
You can't talk what you don't know.
Okay.
Yes, you can't. Do you know what the Anambra man called mentorship? Mentorship here now. Why would you call somebody? You are riding on a Range Rover and somebody is riding on a Volkswagen and you see this guy on the road. He stops from the Range Rover and he goes to bow to this man on a Volkswagen and say, Oga, thank you for making me what I am today. That is Ogative. In other States, I want us to use the word mentorship. Your Oga on a Volkswagen made you become what you are on a Range Rover, E-Class, whatever, So you can't teach what you don't have. You must have to have what you have to pass the knowledge on to. And while you have that as a skill, you would have gone through the rudiments of training, empowering yourself, motivating yourself, planning, taking a risk, and then you can be called an entrepreneur in that thing.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm well aware that there may be someone out there, okay, who is blank an idea of how to, start something. How does such person begin to form ideas that I can actually translate all that we've been talking about on the show this morning?
Okay. Thank you so much. Like we're trying to say, we're talking about people who are already somewhere now and who want to get to somewhere. There must be that need for upward movement, for upward enhancement of your person, for capacity building. So when you come to that point of a need for you to improve yourself, you are thinking as an entrepreneur. So you're now going to ask, what are the things I can do that will make me, that I can be passionate about? Picking, that is a choice thing now. There are many professions that we can't just keep naming. You have the farmers, you have the carpenters, you have the butchers, you have the dressers, event management, you have catering. They are just, so you put all these, many of these options, you start weighing them. As a person, you are doing your personal assessment here now. So you start weighing them, and as you weigh them, your nature will also start shifting off the ones that will not make you very happy. Before you know it, you are looking at fewer options. And out of these fewer options, you go again, dive more again, to see which one will I be happy to be identified with. I want to give you an instance. Somebody wants to become a caterer. Okay. And he says, okay, I want to become a caterer. I can start with Mama Put, rice and beans in the morning and pomo. That's a profession. I hope you know. And then he says, where will I go from here? Let me start by giving people early morning breakfast in the offices. He has started something. Then he starts knowing that the first 1 year, he may be making losses. But he now looks for those who have satisfied themselves from this passion. And he now says, this is a doable thing. He now starts going on to think, where are the better people in this industry? He now goes into hospitality industry. And you have a good example looking at you and me in Nigeria, Obi Kobana. I don't know how many people have been I've been asking people, I want to get his number to tell him, hey, you need to come and give us an idea of what made you who you are. He would have had his very low ebbs. And then he would have corrected them. He took such risk, he galloped over them, and he became this man that spread so much money that CBN was in trouble. But he is, He would have started maybe, as Mama put, I don't know him as a person.
Right?
He got that motivation. So this man will have to tell himself, I need to move, I need to step up. And when you step up, there are platforms like this. You must start asking, I want to be a barber, I want to be a dressmaker. See, there are some businesses that will fade with time. You and I know. The first businesses of these days, we started with 419 sometime. I don't know who is a retired 419 today that is happy. But you can still identify some tailors, some uncles in the village. When you were in primary school, they were sewing your neck and your skate. They train that many people in that profession, and you call them today not tailors. We call them what? Fashion designers. That's improvement from the photographers. I met my uncle who took my picture when I was 3 years old, and he's still doing photography. Nobody knows how many people he would have trained out. So those people, we give them that glory, that honor. Then if you ask him to tell you, he will have catalog of people he would have mentored. But we have a problem here. Our people don't want to go through mentorship, and it's sad. It's sad because for somebody to be called an organ, he would have gone through the troubles in that profession and will be willing to let you not make same mistake. How will you not encourage these mentors? They are everywhere. Look at the girl child. We talk about go to school, develop a passion for something, develop a skill, start doing something that is good. In everything you want to do, there is a professionally successful person out there who can take up these people and mentor them. And when you mentor them, you start by changing the mentality. That is spiritual person in you. We have to go for the best. If my madam did this and got to this level, I am going to improve on this and upgrade to this level. And this starts from that development of assessing yourself and saying, I want to do something. If nobody makes that choice for you, it's a personal choice. You are no longer comfortable where you are. You want to do something, you want to impact on your society, you want to be reckoned with, so you go the extra mile. And when you do so, you start thinking about what does it take to do well in this industry? How will I balance up? You have to go through the training before you become a teacher. Don't just start today. I want to give you another example. Mechanics don't do well again, the young mechanics. They join mechanic. I want to become a mechanic. And what they're just looking at, the first day the guy will drop the engine. And drop the engine. This engine not okay.
That's
so we've coupled it.
Okay,
some of them. Yeah, let me not generalize. I'm so sorry. We've coupled it. And before this guy is now asking somebody to bring his motor. I can drop your engine and fix it. He can never do it well because he's still under training. And that's why when you give them in for training, they have a time lag. The Oga assesses you. The Oga knows your kind of person. The Oga will even tell your parents, this your boy may not do well in this profession because he's not patient. Maybe because his praise for money is so high. Maybe because he's the one that is erratic. So when you discover, as parents, we should be able to try our children on many, many professions. Before you know it, it's not that, I want him to be a medical doctor. Yes, somebody studied medicine. And after studying medicine, Daddy and Mommy, thank you for making me a doctor. But this is a certificate. I want to be a theater artist.
Okay, thank you very much. I think it's time for us to let our callers make their own contribution. Just go ahead and call us on telephone number 0814-454-6017. We've got Honorable Ukachi right here in the studio, trying to educate. Okay, she's not just trying, she's educating the youths. Okay, so just go ahead and call and ask her questions. And
hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Who's calling, please?
God bless you. My name is Ukachi. Good morning, mommy. You're welcome.
Good morning, Uwakwe.
Mommy. Depend on the government. If
Okay, thank you. Do your own side too on your own side, and let's keep talking them out, because talking them out is what everybody should be involved in. I must have to let you know that it's not easy to be self-reliant. It's a system where people just come in and you see them flying over. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Who's calling, please?
This is Ukachi from Basi.
Okay, Osinachi from Bausi, go ahead, please.
Morning, good morning.
Good morning. Education for women, yes, good for you, yes. Okay. Yes. No, you can never be forgotten. No, your government is still thinking very good for you. One, you've been certificated. You are prepared for that business, right? You have to keep the passion going on. There are lots of things the government is doing. They will definitely get back to E4E. I know the first thing you need, like if you had me, you followed up, we talk about this training. Get this knowledge first. Get this knowledge impact on you. The finance to do it will come. I'm sure that Chinenye is working hard on that program. Be rest assured that you're not forgotten. Osinachi. Thank you. This is about the best thing you can do. Any investment can be good. It's investment well known. Because we have those that is not. We have to hand over to them. But they have to get this money. They have to know that this man is a very added. You have to add value to yourself. When they know this thing, okay, when you study to their feet, when you know that, and it's in you, no one will take it away from you. You need to just keep developing from what you already know. So the program is wonderful. I want to give a model of an entrepreneur. One, you start with an idea. We talked about that. Secondly, there must be a passion. The passion is the drive. Then there must be motivation, because if you start as an entrepreneur, possibility of failure will be there. So when you fail, fall on the ground, don't get flattened out. Still get up. Somebody said he fell 7 times, and on the 8th time he was able to be a success. So when failure comes, look at those failures as challenges as a stepping stone. Then when you now go into acquire this knowledge, like I saying, government is doing many people skill, women affairs, we have skill acquisition program. Get this skill. Get to know about it. Get to know the ABC and Z of that your interest area. If you don't, you will be embarrassed in the middle of trying to say, I know it. Then you have to get to the start, know your point of sale, be able to network with it. This network I'm talking about, look out for the successful one. And if possible, look at also for those that failed out. Find out where they failed, so you don't get that way. Then you have to have your self-confidence. You tell yourself, I can do this. Actually, the Bible says, I can do all through Christ who strengthens me. You have to have a positive attitude to life. Optimism, you can't go with that. You have to be optimistic. If you start searching opinions, some people will tell you, this mission is possible. Blah, blah, blah. People dive into it and they fail. Those people are not you. So you have to also be vision build. You look into the future. You get your role model in that system. Then you become a successful entrepreneur. When you're a successful entrepreneur, who are you? You are somebody who is curious. It's curiosity that keeps you to where you are. I want to know what they do in this industry. Then you have your structured experiment. You have to see, text on this. What is this level? Let me give you an instance. Last year, we had issues with poultry, farmers. High cost of production. And if you see, there was one bed sold for about 7,000 naira because of high cost of production. At that point of time, somebody entering into that system is a no-go area because you can't meet up. You're fighting with high cost of production. You're also fighting mortality. So you cool down cost and watch it. And why do you have high cost of production? Because we no longer farm. The corn will farm have issues. So the system will normalize itself. Then you have to adapt. That's your business nature to what is the ever-changing system. As an entrepreneur, you are on a non-stop area. You're always moving. You set up opportunities. So there are many things we need to talk. I wish I had enough time. You must be persistent in what you're doing. You have to have a long-term focus. Finally, it will end well, because whatever goes down will come down. Whatever you put in your very best, you get the very best out of it. So I encourage our youth to please add value to yourself, build up your capacity. There are millions of professions that will make you do well today. Okay. And that's
coming on Entrepreneurs Hub on 88. To come again, maybe someday you'll be here too, and we'll get you interviewed.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Our youth, God bless you all. I'm grateful. Okay, let me come for the entrepreneurs. Of course, I see it's really new. Okay, maybe. And of course, the host and the co-anchor of this program, my name is Eke.
Beautiful Tyrants.
Oh.